Alright, Zatima fans, welcome back to the Wolf Diaries. Today, we're going to have a real conversation about something that's been bothering a lot of us. If you've been keeping up with the first 2 seasons of Zatima on BET+, you've probably noticed one thing that's hard to ignore. The women, especially Fatima, are always getting pushed to the back burner. And I don't just mean in the big, dramatic moments. I'm talking about how Fatima's needs, her well-being, and even her story constantly take a back seat to everything going on with Zach. So let's break it down. Why are the women on Zatima always relegated to last? And what needs to change? Welcome to the Wolf Diaries. Let's start with Fatima. From the very beginning, she's been Zach's ride or die. She helped him through his paternity drama with Michael, stood by his side while he tried to fix his relationship with his family, and always put his needs first, even when his friends and family were out here disrespecting her at every turn. And yet, it feels like Fatima's own needs constantly put on the back burner. I mean, let's be real, Fatima is strong, independent, and she's clearly got her own emotional baggage to unpack. So, why haven't we seen her story take center stage? We're always watching her clean up Zach's messes or support him through his emotional breakdowns, but when do we get to see her put herself first? Season 3 just dropped, and already we've got Jeremiah, Zach's brother, assaulting Fatima, and what's everyone concerned about? How's Zach's going to react? Seriously? It's wild, right? Jeremiah attacks Fatima, and instead of people worrying about her well-being, the focus immediately shifts to how Zach's going to take the news. The only person who seems genuinely concerned about Fatima's well-being is Angela. Everyone else? They're too busy thinking about Zach. Where's the love and care for Fatima in all this? What's even more astonishing but not surprising at the same time is I don't think when Tyler wrote the script, he even intentionally meant to highlight just how much a woman's well-being is never taken into account until everything goes really bad, or the acknowledgement just never happens. We can reference this all the way throughout Season 1 and 2, and throughout Sisters. We are now 9 seasons in if you combine both The Parent Show and Zatima, and we barely know much about Fatima, and yet she is a lead in both shows and central to a lot of the storylines. On the other hand, we can literally draw a map of Zach's backstory and correlate everything to the person that he is today. Could it be any clearer just how much effort goes towards propping up male characters compared to the female characters? I'll wait. Listen, Zach's got a lot going on, nobody's denying that. His family is a mess, he's got drama with multiple baby mamas, and he's constantly trying to clean up his past mistakes. But what about Fatima? Where's her backstory? Where's her moment to shine? I mean, we know she's been through stuff. She lost her biological father, but we've never really seen how that shaped her, how she dealt with that grief, or how those experiences made her into the strong, no-nonsense woman we see today. It would have been so cool to see more of Fatima's past. What kind of childhood did she have? How did losing her dad impact her? What experiences led her to be the woman who puts others before herself all the time? There's so much depth to Fatima's character that's waiting to be explored, but instead, she's constantly left to cater to Zach's needs. And while we're at it, let's talk about why Fatima's still putting up with Zach's drama. I know a lot of fans are wondering, what is it about Zach that makes Fatima stay? Because let's be honest, most women wouldn't put up with half the nonsense Zach's thrown her way. From dealing with the fallout of his kids with other women, to the disrespect she gets from his friends and family, it's a lot. And it's not like they've been together that long. So, what's keeping her around? Sure, there's chemistry, there's no denying their physical attraction. But there's more to their relationship than that. Fatima clearly sees something in Zach that makes her stick it out through all the chaos. Maybe it's the potential she sees in him. Maybe it's the way he makes her feel seen, even when his actions don't always show it. But at some point, Fatima has to prioritize herself. Zach's baggage shouldn't always be her burden to carry. I mean, we are talking about a grown man in his mid-30s and not a child. That's why Season 3 should really be Fatima's season. It's time for the story to shift focus and dive into who she is, what she wants, what she needs, and how she's going to take care of herself and at the same time be supported by her partner for once. Fatima's been the backbone of this relationship for too long without getting the same energy in return. We need to see her thrive. We need to see her dreams, her fears, her own emotional journey. Think about it. What made Fatima the woman she is today? We know she's been through her fair share of pain, but how did she get here? What was her path to becoming this tough, capable, loyal woman who never gives up on Zach, even when most people would walk away? There's so much untapped potential in her backstory. And you know what else? It would have been amazing to see Fatima's reasons for falling in love with Zach, outside of the obvious physical connection. What is it about him, beyond the surface, that makes her stay through all the drama? Zach's complicated, but clearly, there's something about him that speaks to her deeper needs. Maybe she sees herself in his struggles, or maybe she believes in his potential to grow. Either way, that's the story we need to see more of. And let's not forget the friendships. Fatima has been dealing with Zach's friends constantly disrespecting her. Remember how many times they've called her out of her name? And don't get me started on Belinda. We need to see Fatima's circle of friends rally around her, support her, and prioritize her well-being, not just how Zach's going to handle things. Fatima deserves a strong support system that lifts her up. Now, I'm hopeful for the rest of Season 3. Tyler will hopefully turn things around and finally give Fatima the storyline she deserves, one where she is the center, where her emotional well-being comes first, especially with her being pregnant and in the most vulnerable of states a woman would ever be in, and where we get to see her growth. It's time for her to take the lead in her own life. And Zach? He needs to step up and start putting her needs first too. Fatima's been through so much, and she's proven time and time again that she's strong enough to handle anything. But just because she can, doesn't mean she should have to handle everything on her own. It's time for her to be taken care of, for her to be supported and celebrated in the way she's always done for Zach. So, what do you all think? Is it time for Tyler to shift focus to Fatima's story? Do you want to see her start putting her needs first? And what about Zach? How does he need to grow to deserve the kind of loyalty Fatima's given him? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you're loving these deep dives into Zatima, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and remember, self-care isn't selfish, and it's time for Fatima to get the love and care she deserves. Thank you for joining us on this captivating journey. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and/or subscribe for more delightful content, and I'll see you on the next one.